Konnichiwa! Welcome back to the Retro Game Boy channel. In today's show, we're going to be taking a look at retro gaming news around the world. We're going to cover things like the Polymega, the new retro gaming console, Streets of Rage 4, and Resident Evil Remake. Let's get into this. So the Polymega is finally in people's hands and the beta test is fully underway. And the great news is that the initial impressions is that the system is great and that the emulation in some cases is indistinguishable from the original hardware. Now, from the initial previews and reviews that are out there, it looks like only the CD base unit was shipped to beta testers. And so at the moment we have no news or information on how the cartridge-based system actually performs on the Polymega. Now, the early bird pre-orders for the console have now ended as of last week, and if you want to get yourself the console at a discount price, unfortunately that boat has sailed. But if you're in the States, you can now actually start pre-ordering the console from Walmart. And there's some great news for European and UK retro gamers, as you can now pre-order the console from a European distributor, GmbH Worldwide, as well as Amazon.de. It's great to see that Playmargy are supporting the European and UK audience with their console as well. Now, I have to admit that my confidence in this console had dropped, especially when the release date for the beta had been delayed and no update was given. But now seeing reputable retro game YouTubers reviewing and previewing this console, I have to admit I'm super hyped again for it. I really like the idea of being able to play my original games on modern hardware and have it on my modern TV. As well as that, I love the idea of being able to download my games and save them on there, especially the CD games, which can damage quite easily. And if they can deliver this console, then it's definitely looking rosy for that light gun, the killer feature for me on the Polymega. Now, I've left links to the previews and reviews of the Polymega in the description below so that you can draw your own conclusions, and I've also left links to where you can pre-order the Polymega now. According to the folks at VGC, their developer contacts have informed them that Resident Evil 4, that classic genre-defining game, is now getting a full remake and is in full production. Now, their initial reporting says that this is going to be another co-development and that original team members from Resident Evil 2 and Devil May Cry 5 will be included in the development process. Now, this is going to be a tough game to remake. Resident Evil 4 is a genre-defining game and Capcom's highest Metacritic scoring game. But I got a ton of confidence in Capcom. After all, they are the company that took their genre-defining Street Fighter 2 2D game fighting series and brought it over into full 3D for a modern gaming audience. And that game is unbelievable. So if anyone is capable of pulling off a genre-defining remake, it's Capcom. It's finally coming. Streets of Rage 4 is going to be out on the 30th of April. And it's been confirmed that you will be able to play with the original pixel art characters from the original game series. As well as that, you'll be able to change the game's musical score to play out original tunes from the original games. And the nod to the originals doesn't stop there, because limited run games are going to be making a physical copy of this game. We're going to have the standard edition and a collector's edition as well. And the collector's edition includes an original Mega Drive clamshell case to hold your Nintendo Switch or PlayStation 4 game. Now, if you want a physical copy of Streets of Rage 4 on the PlayStation or on the Nintendo Switch, then head over to Limited Run Games now, because as of today, they still have some copies of both the standard and collector's edition. Now, I'm going to be picking up the Nintendo Switch version purely because I want to have that cartridge experience with this game, and I've picked up the collector's edition. Now, as great as the collector's edition is, it does come with an unbranded Genesis clamshell for the Nintendo Switch. And whilst I love the Genesis branding, I'm a PAL collector and so really want that PAL cover. And so over the last week, I've been working on a very special case to hold my collector's edition when it eventually arrives. Part of this has included painstakingly recreating the front cover. I can't wait to get hold of this game and share with all of you my custom case that I've created for it. And lastly, the second season of High Score Girl is out on Netflix now. High Score Girl is a Japanese manga series that follows Yuguchi and Akira as they grow up in the Japanese arcades in the 1990s. The show's unique presentation sees original retro gaming footage from your favourite arcade and console games being blended in seamlessly into the cartoon. As well as that, the show sprinkles a load of retro gaming facts throughout the TV series about your favourite consoles and arcade games. If you love your retro gaming and you love your manga, then this is a series you should definitely check out. That's it for today's show. Make sure you tune in next week as we'll be doing a very special retro gaming unboxing. Remember, you can subscribe to the channel by clicking on my little pixel head below, and so that you never miss a retro gaming update, you can click on this little bell. And if you need to get more of a retro gaming fix, then why not check out one of these two videos over here.